Welcome to Circuit Analysis playlist. So today we are going to solve one important problem related with the superposition theorem. Already I posted the three problems for the superposition theorem. In that the first circuit consisting of one voltage source and one current source. In the second circuit two voltage sources. You see the third circuit, this is the third problem. So in this problem it consists of three sources. Okay, so you see this is the 112-volt voltage source, 24-volt voltage source and 3 amps current source. Okay, so here the three sources, two voltage sources and one current source is given. Okay, so let us solve the problem. So here you see the question, apply superposition theorem to determine current through 3 ohm resistor. Okay, so this is the 3 ohm resistor. We have to find current flowing through this 3 ohm resistor using superposition theorem. So it's a December 2016 question. Okay, so we can solve this in superposition. So already you know about superposition theorem. The superposition theorem is used to find current flowing through any branch, or if you want to find out voltage across any particular element, we can use the superposition theorem. And the superposition theorem is valid only for linear circuit. Okay, linear circuit. And in order to solve the superposition theorem, the circuit consists of two or more sources. Yes, the circuit consisting of two or more sources, and it is a linear circuit. It consisting of only resistors. Okay, so we can apply the superposition theorem to this circuit. Okay, and in that superposition theorem, so first in the three sources, we have to activate, in first step we have to activate only one source. Okay, for example, this 12-volt voltage source you just activate. At the time you just deactivate this 24-volt voltage source and this 3 amps current source. Okay, while deactivating, if you are deactivating the voltage source means in the place of voltage source we have to draw short circuit. Okay, while deactivating the current source, so that circuit is said to be open circuited. Okay, so like this. Okay, in that no current source, so this 2 point is open circuited. Okay, this is the thing, you just remember it. And in next step, so because of this only the voltage source 12 volt, we have to find current flowing through this 3 ohm resistor. That current you have to take it as a some I dash. Then in second time you deactivate this 12 volt and the 3 amps current. You activate only this 24 voltage source, you just find the current. Similarly, in third time you activate this current source, you deactivate the remaining two. At the time you find the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor. It's the I triple dash. Okay. Therefore, what is the actual total current flowing through this 3 ohm resistor means it is the addition of I dash, I double dash and I triple dash. Okay, that is current due to 12 ohm battery, current due to 24 volt battery and current due to 3 amps current source. Okay, this is the superposition theorem. Okay, so now we are going to solve the problem. So you just so this is about the general thing about superposition. So now you see total current through 3 ohm resistor is nothing but current through 3 ohm resistor due to 12 volt voltage source plus current through 3 ohm resistor due to 24 voltage source plus current through 3 ohm resistor due to 3 amps current source. Okay, so we are going to find out the each current in a one step. Okay, so step number 1, activate 12 volt battery and deactivate the 24 volt battery and 3 amps current source. Okay, so now this is the total diagram. In that this circuit, this 12 volt battery you just activate. Okay, this 24 volt deactivate, 3 amps deactivate. Already you know, if you are making voltage source 0, this becomes short circuit. Okay, if the current source becomes 0, then this circuit, this branch becomes open circuit. So now you see the diagram is like this. Okay, in the place of 24 volt battery, short circuit. In the place of current source, open circuit. Okay, nothing is connected. Now we have to find current flowing through this 3 ohm resistor. So now this circuit is reduced to only 2 loop circuit. Okay, this is one closed loop, this is one closed loop. Okay, so using mesh analysis you may solve. Okay, in order to solve this you may use any procedure. So here we are going to use the simple analysis. It is a mesh analysis. So you just consider current flowing in this mesh is I1, current flowing in this mesh is I2. Okay, then you just write a KVL for each loop, or directly you can write inspection method also. Okay, so you just write KVL to this loop. So 12 equal to 4 into this 4 is common for loop 1 and loop 2. So what is the current flowing through this 4 ohm resistor? I1 minus I2. So the drop is 4 into I1 minus I2 plus 3 into I1. Okay, you collect the I1 and I2 term, you take it as a equation number 1. Similarly, you write KVL for the second loop, 8 into I2 plus 4 into I2 plus 4 into I2 minus I1 equal to 0. Since in second loop, there are no sources are there. Okay, so that's why we can get the equation like this. Okay, this is equation number 1 and equation number 2. So by solving this two equation, you just find what is our aim? Our aim is to find out current flowing through this 3 ohm resistor. So in this circuit, what is the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor? I1. Okay, so you just calculate I1 only, no need of I2. Okay, then you convert this two thing into matrix. Okay, then you find del value, it is a 96. Then del I1 you just find. Okay, so del I1, it is a thing you just replace in the first column by this constant. So you just find del I1. So the ratio of del I1 by del, it is said to be the I1 current. So this 2 amps, this I1 is a current flowing through 3 ohm resistor due to 12 volt voltage source alone. Okay, so you just consider this is I dash. I current flowing through 3 ohm resistor due to first source. So I dash. Okay, you take it as a equation number A. Okay, similarly second step. What is the second step? We have to activate 24 volt voltage source and you have to deactivate the remaining two sources. Okay, so in the given diagram, here the 12 volt battery is short circuited. This 3 amps current source is open circuited. So you just activate only this 24 volt battery. Okay, so now you see this current source is open circuited. This is not a closed path. So there will be no current flowing through this loop. Again, we are getting only two meshes. Okay, so using mesh analysis, you just solve I1 and I2. Okay, so let us consider current flowing in this meshes I1. You consider current flowing in this meshes I2. Okay, why we are taking current in this direction means, so this is the battery, positive polarity. Always current is emerging from the positive polarity. Okay, so our aim is to find out current flowing through this 3 ohm resistor. So what is the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor? Now it is I2. Okay, so you just write KVL equation for loop 1, KVL equation for loop 2. Okay, so you see this is the KVL equation for loop 1. This is the KVL equation for loop 2. Okay, then by solving this two equation, we can get I2 current. Okay, so you convert this two equation into matrix. Then you find a del value. Here we have to find del I2. Since our aim is to find out current flowing through this 3 ohm resistor only. Now in this diagram, we are considering this current as a I2. Okay, so we have to calculate del I2. Del I2 is minus 96. So the ratio of del I2 by del. Okay, del I2 by del minus 96 divided by 96, it is a minus 1 amps. Okay, so what is the meaning of this minus 1? It indicates the I2 current is flowing in reverse direction. That is the meaning. Okay, so the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor due to the 20 volt voltage source alone is given by minus 1 amps. Okay, so I double dash. Okay, you consider this current as a I double dash because of the 24 volt battery, the current flowing in the 3 ohm resistor is minus 1. You just consider as a equation number B. Similarly, the third step. What is the third step? We have to activate the 3 amps current source. Okay, the third source we have to activate and we have to deactivate the remaining two voltage sources. Okay, so if you are deactivating the voltage sources, in the place of voltage source, short circuit. Here in the place of voltage source, short circuit. Okay, so now you see the diagram. The diagram, this is our diagram. We are activating only the current source. We are deactivating the two voltage sources. Okay, now you see this is the 3 loop circuit. Okay, so you can take your current direction as your own. Okay, so here I am taking, this is clockwise, this is clockwise, this is anti-clockwise. Why it is anti-clockwise means the current source in this loop, the current source is there. Okay, so this current is flowing in this direction, I3. Okay, and we have to solve this circuit using KVL. And you see this in third loop, the current is 3 amps. So the I3 current is equal to 3 amps. Okay, so we can get, according to the diagram, I3 equal to 3. Okay, since in third loop the current source is connected, so current flowing in this third loop is 3 amps. So we can get the I3 answer directly. Okay, and we have to write KVL for this first loop and KVL for second loop. So KVL for first loop is 4 into I1 minus I2 plus 3 into I1 plus I3 equal to 0. Okay, then you rearrange, we can get the equation this one. Then similarly you apply KVL to this loop. Okay, 8 into I2 plus 4 into I2 here, I3 here, same direction. So 4 into I2 plus I3. Then when we are coming here, 4 into I2 minus I1. Okay, minus I1 equal to 0. You separate the term, we can get one more equation. Okay, so now you see I3 equal to 3, one equation, this is one equation, this is one equation. Since this is the 3 loop equation, so in order to solve the variable I1, I2, I3, we needed at least 3 equation. Okay, so 3 equation, you convert this 3 equation into matrix, and otherwise here the I3 values directly you know. Okay, what is the value of I3? 3. So you just substitute this I3 value in equation number 6 and equation number 7. So if you are substituting, one variable is eliminated. Okay, so 7I1 minus 4I2 plus 3 into 3, 9. Okay, so you see the equation number 6 is reduced to this one. Similarly, the equation number 7, if you are substituting this I3 value, we can get minus 4I1 plus 16I2 plus 4 into 3, 12. That 12, if we give it to the other side, means minus 12. Okay, so now by solving this two equation, what is our aim? Our aim is to find current flowing through 3 ohm resistor. So this 3 ohm is common for loop 1 and loop 3. I1 is flowing like this, I3 is flowing like this. So what is the actual current flowing through 3 ohm resistor? I1 plus I3. I3 already you know. So only we have to find I1. Okay, so by solving these two equations, we have to find I1. Okay, so you convert that two equation into matrix, then you find a del value, del I1. Then if you are dividing del I1 by del, we can get the answer is minus 2 amps. Okay, so current flowing through the 3 ohm resistor due to the 3 amp current source is nothing but I1 plus I3. Okay, according to this diagram, the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor is I1 plus I3. I3 is 3 amps and I1 we calculated minus 2. So I1 plus I3. So minus 2 plus 3, 1 amps. This is equation number C. Okay. So now according to superposition theorem, we calculated current flowing through 3 ohm resistor due to the first case. Okay, in step number 1, due to 12 volt battery we calculated. Then in second step, current flowing through 3 ohm resistor due to 24 volt battery we calculated. The third one, current flowing through 3 ohm resistor due to 3 amps current source we calculated. Okay, so therefore according to superposition theorem, the total current, okay, the total current flowing through 3 ohm resistor is given by the I 3 ohm equal to I dash, I double dash, I triple dash. I dash is the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor due to 12 volt. This is 24 volt. This is current flowing through 3 ohm due to 3 amps current source. We just add. So 2 minus 1 plus 1. So we can get 2 amps. Okay. So 2 amps is the total current flowing through 3 ohm resistor because of the 3 voltage source, 2 voltage source and 1 current source. Okay. This is said to be the superposition theorem problem. Okay. So if you want to learn already I posted the two superposition theorem problem. Okay, it's a 2018 question and 17 question. If we want to learn that remaining two superposition theorem problem, so in my channel, in the name of circuit analysis playlist, in the name of circuit analysis, one playlist is there. In that, all videos are available in order, or I will give link for that videos in the description box. You can refer it. Okay, so thank you. We will meet in the next video. Okay, so please, thanks for watching my channel, and please subscribe my channel for more videos. If you want to learn, that is the videos related to the circuit analysis in the remaining theorems and KVL, KCL, nodal mesh analysis. I solved so many Anna University problems. Okay, last 10-year Anna University problems I solved in a 2 mark separately. That 2 mark problems are available in a playlist of circuit analysis MCQ. Another one playlist is there. In that 1 mark and 2 mark problems I solved separately. The big questions I solved in the playlist circuit analysis. Okay, so please go through that video. Okay, so we will meet in the next video.